Welcome back, everyone. It's been a while since the last video, so let's just get into it. Now, as we all know, during this school year, Anchor Bay has implemented a phone ban, and the reactions and results have been mixed. Some students, parents, and teachers view phones as a problem that are out of control, and they support this ban. Others think phones are important for socialization and education and real life skills, and don't think an all-out ban was a good idea. My thoughts, like my thoughts on pretty much everything, are mixed. For starters, I don't think a phone ban was necessarily a bad idea. This wasn't everyone, obviously, but for the most part, kids film fights, they film TikTok dances in the bathroom, they put their AirPods in to drown out the teachers, and you already know this. They were a huge distraction to school day. And obviously, this isn't just an Anchor Bay thing, it's a worldwide problem. But finding a way to stop that problem is a good idea. However, I think the planning, and especially the execution of that plan, were and are terrible. Let's start with planning. I mean, they announced this at the end of March 2025 when there was just over 2 months left in the school year. Then summer break, and boom, the ban is in full effect. Like, this should have been announced at the start of last school year, September 2024 or October at the latest. And yeah, I know government moves slow and legislation takes a while, but if that's the case, they should have delayed the ban's implementation instead of going straight to no tolerance. And with that, I'm going to transition into execution. So basically, how it was before was some teachers let you go on it whenever you want. Others never let you go on it. But for most, you could use it whenever you were done with your work or had free time. But going from that to you can never use them ever again was honestly foolish. Like, this should have been a slow transition. Let's say for the first month of school, it's no phone Fridays. And on those Fridays, teacher could have games and stuff and make it a free day so kids aren't worried about their phones. Then the month after that, you can't use them on Mondays either. Then another month, you can't use them on Wednesdays, and you get the point. Like, that would have been way better than going from pretty much no enforcement on phones to third warnings expulsion or whatever it is. Like, the penalties are way too harsh. They got to lighten those up for next year. And even when they were fully banned, I still think there should have been some leeway. One idea I have is that there could be these days where, like, once or probably twice a month, if the teacher wants to, their class is behaving, they're doing good, they need a free day, and the vice principal or principal signs off on it, the kids could use their phones for the second half of class for like 30 minutes. I think this could be a good idea to give kids an incentive to do well in school and give them a break. Because phones aren't vapes. They're not illegal. They're not directly harmful to kids like eyesores and hearing loss. And it's not that big of a deal right now. Let's be real. The internet, online calculators, AI, social media, socialization, you name it. All of this is going to be a factor in kids' future careers and in our future world. Just throwing all that to the side because, well, phones are somewhat of a distraction is nothing but plain lazy. And I mentioned distractions because that's what the administration's official reason for this ban was, but I don't believe them. Because like I said in the last video, if you saw that, instead of texting their friends on their phones all hour, kids just play random games on the laptops all hour. And yeah, the administration could ban every single website that is directly educational, but they're not going to do that. And why would they do that? Kids will just sleep during class instead, and they'll be more upset at things. Like, distractions are always going to be a thing. That's just school. And the laptops were an amazing addition regardless. But saying, oh, we did this to limit distractions, and not doing anything about other distractions, it just feels superficial. In my opinion, and I genuinely think this, I'm not just making stuff up here, I think this ban was implemented to impress state legislators and the state as a whole. Because I don't know about any other states or any other countries, but here in Michigan, the Michigan Senate passed a bill that requires schools to limit phone usage in schools, but it didn't pass in the Michigan House of Representatives. So if you're an administrator and you see that, and we all know money for schools in a tight spot right now, that's why we're having issues with the free lunches, you're thinking, oh, I got to get on top of this. And if you're Anchor Bay specifically, all you care about is money for your district and that district's reputation. So why would you put critical thinking into a ban? Just announce it 2 months before school ends, and don't even try to put any thought into it beyond that. I'm really not trying to be a jerk here, but it's just disheartening to see how they seem not to care about the people, especially the students that they're making decisions for. So to sum this up, because I know this was a lot, the idea wasn't bad, but it should have been announced earlier, it should have been a slower transition, and even when it is fully implemented, exceptions probably should have been made. And just to clarify here, I know it may seem contradictory or even hypocritical of me as a student to defend even the idea of a phone ban, but the sad truth is, phone use is never going to go back to the way it was in schools. Anchor Bay is never going to go back on a decision like this. And obviously the leadership love this ban because they defend it and praise it all the time. And like I alluded to earlier, some sort of a state ban is probably coming soon, so it was pretty much inevitable. But as for Anchor Bay, what's done is done, there's no going back. And that's sad because I truly feel the administration just did this ban to impress legislators in Lansing, rather than thinking it would actually make our school better. Woo! Thank you guys so much for watching. and supporting me throughout this. Also, I know I don't tell you guys to like or subscribe because I don't care about that. But if you do want to support, the best thing you can do is share this video and get the conversation started and people's brains moving. All right, thank you so much. I'll have a great day.